Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Undesired and Prescribed podcast. I am Brown Sugar, and I'm currently live on Twitch. Currently doing a live stream version of this episode as well. That way, people can watch in real time and also add anything that they want to add in real time. And today, I just had a couple things on my mind. I have what I'm going to call the Venus review. I'll get into that a little bit. I want to talk about WandaVision and just basically the Marvel Universe going forward. So, just quickly, run back through. So, I'm live on Twitch. Before I got into podcasting, I was like consistently streaming. I really don't stream as much as I used to anymore. I do it here and there. I'll probably go live again tonight, actually playing a game or something like that. I do have my new Xbox Series X, so I have to configure that to my computer and all that good stuff. But that, I mean, obviously that shouldn't take long at all. But yeah, so currently live on Twitch right now. It's about 9 o'clock on a Saturday night. So if you are interested in being part of any of these live streams, that way you can interact with me in real time as opposed to listening to me after, which is fine. Either way is fine. But I don't know, sometimes like people want to interact with me like right then and there, which is cool. I want to interact with me right then and there as well. So currently, if you are on my Twitch right now, you see the stash. Got the nice stash going, and the muzzy, as my friend Ben calls it. Shout out Ben Axel, the muzzy. So yeah, I guess I'll just want to go ahead and jump into it with my Venus review. So some of you probably don't know what Venus is if I say that at the top. If but if you're like good friends with me, you know what Venus is because I've been hyping the fuck out of this shit for like the past few days now. This past week actually, because I don't know when I ordered it. I ordered it earlier in the week. I think it might have been Monday or Tuesday, and I've been talking about it ever since. So Venus, I'll read you the name. I'll read you the name that Amazon has it listed as is Gillette Venus Intimate Grooming Kit Women's Razor. So that's what they call it. That's the listed name on Amazon. But I'm definitely going to throw this link, the link to it in the episode description because I have I have nothing but high praise for this fucking amazing product. So basically, this is my slogan for this product. Get Venus and use it on your penis. Venus for your penis right then and there. So, I mean, based off the title, I feel like it's very easy to comprehend what it is. It's a fucking can't speak. It's a razor it's like a women's razor. More specifically, it's meant for your pubic hair, and you're in a bikini shave to get that's basically what it is. So it's an intimate razor. That's probably why it's an intimate grooming kit. Now it's a women's razor, but first let me tell you about how I came across this. So I saw like a bunch of ads for it on my Hulu. So, and then the first time I just like whatever, and then the more I kept seeing it, I was like, yo, hold on a second, this might be. All right, so I started this back up. I just realized that on my Twitch I was didn't have any audio, so I had to fix that real quick. But anyways, saw the ad on Hulu. So I saw the ad on Hulu and thought that this might be something good because for me personally, I like to be very smooth. All right, I don't really like having like body hair, chest hair, pubic hair, anything like that. The only hair that I'm okay with is like my legs, my face, and my hair, obviously. That's the only place I'd rather have hair. Anything else, I don't like having hair. So throughout my entire life, I usually just trim it up because I'm a fairly like lazy person. When it comes to stuff like that, because I don't know, like I don't mind having like a little bit of like light, but most of the time I'd rather be smooth. So TMI, I don't care. But so, and I've used various different products throughout the years. Like I didn't start off just like trimming. That's what I started off with. I started off with just trimming, and I was like, wow, like like now look, there's no more hair now. But then like obviously just using like a trimmer, like a lot of ingrown hairs, a lot of razor burr and stuff like that, and I didn't like it, obviously. And like I would nick myself a lot easier because like when I'm using a trimmer, like if I want to get as much of it down as possible, I have to no guard it. So I was like, okay, let me try using like a razor instead, so like a standard razor, and that way it yielded better results. But razor burn was far worse, far more painful, irritation, and the nicks were probably just about the same, but like way more frequent. So I was like, I'll just go back to trimming. I bought like a different like trimmer, and it was good. And I've literally been using it for years now. And then somewhere in between, I started using hair removal cream. So I specifically use it was called Nads for men. I think that was a funny name because you're fucking balls. But anyways, so I used that a little bit, and it was basically it yielded the same results as the razor, even with like the razor burn, like it's like a lot more irritation, no razor burn, but it was still like somehow just like it would like draw blood sometimes, and it was really confusing. But and also that process took like a lot longer, and it was because I had to like coat myself properly for one, and then I had to let it sit on for long enough to where it would remove the hair, but not all, but not long enough to where it like do damage, like leave like and like fucking like nick me essentially. So, and then I tried hair removal lotion because it's like an easier version of that, but it yielded like the same results too, but only not as good. And the issue I came across with the hair removal cream and lotion is that most of the time it wouldn't get like I would like do my best to make sure it was coated like everywhere, like my chest, my stomach, my dick, my balls, blah 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 blah, and it would never get to the point where it got everything off in one go. So I had to like go back through and do like another coat, blah blah blah, and it just eventually became such a long process, and it was like, and it wasn't worth it. So I stuck with the trimmer. I've used the trimmer for a long time, and yeah, it's like a wall like I think every guy eventually uses like starts off with like the wall brand like WAHL. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, so I was using that, and it's not bad, but I mean like it's usually not the best. So I recently bought. So I saw that, and I thought, you know what, this might be good. This might be good for me to try out because it promoted the barrier guard for like the razor, so it's a lot harder to nick yourself, and it's a lot easier to keep going and going. Austin, welcome. Saying the stash looking nice. Thank you so much. Love the stash. Appreciate the compliment. That's why you guys got to hop into these live streams. So that's what I was doing. No. That's another way. We're already past that point. So I saw that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna research it a little bit more. I'll go to Walmart and check it out for real, and like read like the stuff on it. And that's what I ended up doing. So I went to Walmart and I found it, and I read the stuff up about it, and I was like, you know what? This seems like a good product, and it seems like it would be worth the try. So I went ahead and bought it on Amazon. I bought the Grooming Kit on Amazon because it came with the razor plus 2 refills, the daily soothing serum, and then the 2-in-1 cleanser plus shave gel. So it came with 5 things for $42, and that was cheaper than, because everything at Walmart, like for the specific the Venus product, was all like $14.97. So it was cheaper to get the Grooming Kit. So I got all that, and I tested it out for the first time last night, and this is why I like highly recommend it, because this is like by far like the best results. Like my chest and stomach are very smooth. There was no razor burn after, and there was none today. No irritation, nothing like that at all. But the thing, and same with my cock and balls, but the part that I like most about it is of how easy it was and how continuous it was. Like, I had never used a razor on my balls, and I was very hesitant. I was just like, I'm just going to do it, like, but it was like, it has the built-in guard, so I was like, let me try it out and see how safe it feels. and it was extremely safe and extremely smooth. And I'm telling you, ever since I started growing pubic hair, this is like the smoothest my balls have ever been, and my dick. Well, actually, not my dick because I shaved before, and it yields like about the same results. Only I didn't nick myself, no razor burn, no irritation, and quite frankly, this product is just genuinely fucking good. If you are a guy that shaves, and I'm not talking about trim because there's a difference between trimming up down there and being shaved. I know that there's like a lot of guys who just rather trim and a lot of guys that like to shave. Like, I know it's probably like 50-50 between like my friends, at least that I know of. And if you're one of the guys that you like to shave all the way, like myself, this is definitely the fucking product to use. Like, it is amazing because I'm telling you, nothing at all. No nicks, no razor burn, no irritation. Now, granted, I don't know if that's because it came with that soothing serum. So, because I did this in the shower too, real easy to use in the shower, especially with that shaving gel. So, I used it in the shower last night. It didn't take me too long, and I liked it a lot. And after the shower, I used the soothing serum. Because I was like, in case there is going to be razor burn or irritation, this should probably help with it. I thought there would be some. I honestly didn't think there would be too much because of that built-in guard. So it was like going to be like hard to like cut it like so short to where it gets like irritated and itched and all that other stuff. But I went ahead and put it on because I thought I was going to combat that a little bit. And to be fair, I guess it could be. So I guess the point. So if I'm rating the razor itself, I'm going to say the razor itself is probably going to be like an 8.8. Like, it is really good, and I like it a lot, and I'm going to continue to use it for my undercarriage, my downstairs, my nads, my family jewels, all that good shit. So I'm going to continue to use the product for sure, and that's why I'm recommending it to any guy that shaves their body or whatever the case may be. 100% recommend it. But what I'm not 100% sure is if you necessarily need that kit, that $42 kit. I don't know if it's necessarily a requirement. I got the whole kit, so I wanted to use all of it. I think if you use any sort of shaving gel, I think that would be fine. I really don't know because it had like built-in like pH and stuff like that because it's for like your for sensitive skin, and I think I don't know. I like to think I have sensitive skin, at least when it comes to like shaving, at least, because I usually like even like after like I use like a no guard like trimmer, like it would get like something like bumpy and like irritated or razor burn, whatever the case may be. But not at all today. No issue at all, and it just feels really smooth, and I like it a lot. So I don't know if you do need that whole kit. Maybe you just need the razor and then that soothing serum. And even then, you might just need, you could probably find substitutes for that. But anyways, Venus for your penis, I recommend the product for sure. The razor itself, 100% without a doubt. I was just really happy with the results, and I really just wanted to put that out there. Just because it's a women's razor doesn't mean that you can't use it. You shouldn't use it or anything like that at all. I just wanted people to know that just because it's a women's product doesn't mean you can't use it. And I hope men use it after this because they probably weren't going to because they're like, oh, for women. Guess what the fuck you need to do? Buy that women's razor and start shaving your cock and balls. Be smooth, no irritation, no razor burn. Let's get it. All right, and that's going to segue me into my next part, discussing WandaVision and probably just like the future of the MCU. So the reason that it's probably like fresh on my mind is I ordered a pizza and I was eating it and I hopped on Disney Plus because I was in the living room and I was like, did you want to finish Endgame? I was like, okay, sure. So I started up basically from as soon as they get out of the time where they come back from gathering all the stones. So this is why it's fresh on my mind because initially when I watched the MCU movies, I didn't really like Wanda. I didn't really care for her. I thought she was just kind of, I always like annoying and whiny. But And I really liked WandaVision a lot. I don't think it was like the world's greatest thing or anything like that, but I liked it a lot because I was always like fascinated by Vision's character, but in Infinity War, he also like made it he seemed whiny and kind of stupid, but I'm glad they did WandaVision, and this makes me happy that they're going to do the Falcon and Winter Soldier next because they took two side characters and ones that people probably I guess like it could just be me, so I'll just speak for myself. There's like two side characters that I didn't care for that they were kind of fascinating and interesting, but they just came across as like people I don't care about. It's like when Vision died and they had that super emotional moment at the end of Infinity War. I didn't feel all that close to them. I didn't feel like I was like, okay, yeah, you lost the love of your life. Like, okay, like so what? But it didn't have that much of an impact on me. Going through and watching WandaVision, it helped a lot. It helped me a lot like Wanda because she became a lot more relatable because they explored her pain and that everything that she is doing is out of grief because she has lost absolutely everything. She lost her parents, she lost her home, and then she had her brother at least. But then her brother died, and the person that came in to I don't want to say replace, but like the new person in her life became Vision, and then Vision was lost, and then she was truly left with nothing at all. You know, she had her, the family, like the Avengers were a family, but it wasn't going to be a Vision, it wasn't going to be a Pietro, it wasn't going to be her mom and dad, it wasn't going to be anything like that. So the fact that they made it look so well done and wrote it so well that, don't get me wrong, there's plot holes, but I'm not going to get into all that. I just kind of want to talk about why I liked it, and especially now that I'm like seeing the effects of it having on me, because the main reason why is when Wanda comes back at the end of Endgame, in my head I'm thinking, and like as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh shit, she's back. I was like, she's a lot more powerful than what we knew, than was happening in that moment. And then when she has that moment, that face-to-face interaction where she says, you took everything from me, it actually gave me goosebumps listening to it because it felt a lot more real and you could feel her pain, at least for me. I don't know, maybe you guys did the initial run through of Endgame, or maybe the first like if you watched it enough you like felt it, or if maybe you're just like really close to like the Wanda Maximoff character, the Scarlet Witch character in general. Me personally, I wasn't, not when it comes to the MCU at least, but I like felt her pain and it gave me like goosebumps because if you think about it, Thanos really did take everything from her, because at least Pietro wouldn't have died if he never sent Loki to go get the time stone from Earth. That whole invasion, the Avengers would never reform, blah 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 blah. So no Age of Ultron, Pietro wouldn't have died. And then obviously he ripped out the Mind Stone from Vision's head and killed him. So Thanos really did take everything away from her that she was coming together in love. And I felt that pain. I felt that, and I felt it like seep through. And it seems so genuine. And then like afterwards, once they're at Tony's Tony's funeral, and her and Hawkeye are sharing that moment, and Hawkeye says, I wish there was a way that I could tell her being Black Widow, that we won. And she said, Scarlet Witch says, Wanda says that he knows, or she knows, and he does too. They both know, talking about Vision. So I don't know, it just weighed a lot more heavier on me because they finally got a chance to explore these side characters and make them the focal point and make them much more of a bigger deal like they actually are, like how a comic book would, which is why Disney Plus is honestly has the chance to be the biggest thing invented, because comic books are great, don't get me wrong at all, but now you get, for like somebody who's not like a reader or somebody that avidly goes out and gets comic books, this gives them like somebody who prefers to watch versus read. It's going to be like that. I think this is what it could be like. Like you do the Disney Plus series to do like side characters, and you give like the big movies all devoted to like the main characters, Captain America, Iron Man, so forth. But they feel like I feel more emotionally attached to them. So I feel like when I go back and watch Infinity War, which I liked Infinity War more than Endgame, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. I feel like when she is killing Vision, like destroying the Mind Stone so Thanos can't win, I feel like that is going to weigh a lot heavier on me now, seeing WandaVision and seeing their relationship fully explored. Because the end of WandaVision was really sad. Like, it really hurt. Like, her kids, but having to lose Vision a second time is truly sad to see, because you see how much how I can't even think straight right now. I'm kind of getting choked up trying to talk about this, but it's truly sad seeing where Wanda came from when we were first introduced to her, like as an actual character in Ultron, all the way to the point of WandaVision, where she literally continuously loses everybody that seems to be around her. So it's really good. I really like WandaVision. It makes me excited for Winter Soldier and the Falcon, because I really hope, and I think they will, do the same thing for Sam and Bucky. I think it'll be very interesting to see, and I can't wait to get close to them. Hopefully get close to them. I think I will. But another thing that I liked about WandaVision is I would assume this means that their Vision is back, because his memories were unlocked. But the thing that I don't necessarily understand is, did he forget about everything that was happening in the moment? Because they showed like everything leading up to when he was killed again by Thanos. So it makes me wonder, why wasn't his first instinct to go and find Wanda? Which maybe it could be. Maybe he went all the way back to Wakanda for some reason. Maybe that's where Wanda was. But I feel like at that point he would have, like, I felt like his memories wouldn't have been erased of what everything was happening, because his eyes go back to his normal eyes and he says, "I am the Vision," and then shoots away. So I was like, did he just totally forget about what the hell is going on? Like, did he just totally forget that Wanda was like in this town and fighting? And at the very end, you see Wanda in the astral dimension, or like out of her physical form, like doing like the Doctor Strange shit, which is dope. So I'm in my head, I was like, Vision still hasn't found Wanda, or he isn't looking, or Wanda doesn't know that that Vision has his memories back, and she's not looking for him. Maybe she doesn't want to lose him again. Maybe she thinks it might be too good to be true. I don't know, but I'm interested to see what avenue they pursue with that. My friend Caleb thinks that maybe Ultron is back. Maybe it is Ultron. I saw an Instagram post when Ultron, like on the very last scene you see with Ultron before Vision destroys the last one, he doesn't have his left hand, and the first thing that Vision does when he comes back online is look at his left hand. But I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I feel like at this point it's if they bring back Ultron, I'm totally okay with that, but I don't know if I would want them to do it at the expense of Vision again, because I don't know if I can handle him dying again, because that's too sad. That'd be too sad, especially after WandaVision. But I'm excited. I really enjoyed WandaVision. I thought Agatha was... I felt like her reveal as the villain was kind of like... I don't know. It didn't really do it for me. I felt like it was something that was just written in. I honestly thought it was like a figment created from Wanda to make the show more interesting. I honestly thought that. But then they opened up the episode after that where she like kills like a bunch of people. I was like, oh no, this is real. So I didn't think... I like the actress that plays Agatha. Like, I think she's a good actress, and I like her. She's really funny too. But she was an okay villain. there could have been better stuff, I think, done there. I think they could have done with a lot more seed planting, because she just seemed like literally I felt like there was like nothing. There was nothing that I guess I could go back and maybe I missed something. I haven't watched the series again, like watched it like all the way through again. I just watched each episode one time so far, but in my head, I'm not recalling any sort of like seed planting that, oh my gosh, this girl isn't who she says she is. And I'm not saying it needs to be obvious or anything like that, but like I'm thinking back, she really just seemed like a normal like puppet. The only thing that I can think of that maybe is sus is when Herb, I believe, I think she was like talking with Herb, and then Vision walks up. He's like, "Howdy, Davis. What are we talking about?" Or whatever the fuck it was. And she was like, "Don't tell him." But I was like, I don't really know if that's really enough for me, and so now this is like going forward with the MCU. I'm not going to get like super in depth about this because that's an episode all on its own. But when they first announced like the next like set of movies that are coming out, or like, well, not movies, but like the next like phase with it's like WandaVision, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange and the multiverse, or I forget what the title was called, but basically that Doctor Strange movie was before they even announced like Black Panther 2 and all that other stuff, which rest in peace Chadwick Boseman. Before we even got to any of those, the one that I was most excited about, oh, and Black Widow too. I don't even know when the fuck that's coming out anymore. Anyways, the one that I was most excited about was the Doctor Strange movie, because I really like the character of Doctor Strange. I like Benedict Cumberbatch as a actor as is, and I think he really plays the role of Doctor Strange very well. He's such a fucking arrogant dick in that first movie, and seeing him brought back down to like Earth and realize that he's actually pretty, insignificant. I don't know. Maybe that's not the word, and I probably should have thought this out a little bit more. But I think it was really, I really liked that movie. I really enjoyed like him coming from where he was all the way to where he is. But I think that movie had the most potential, and it sounded the most interesting to me. And I know that one of the key factors in that is, Wanda is going to have a significant role in that movie. And obviously, we see that at the very last episode of WandaVision. It's like, you're the Scarlet Witch. You have no idea. And then Agatha says that you're stronger than the Sorcerer Supreme. So, and then at the very end, like the end credit scene, she's like, so I'm assuming that she's going to like team up with like Doctor Strange to like try to like save her kids or some shit like that. No idea. That's what I'm assuming, but I'm excited for that. Truly, I am. I cannot wait to see what they do with the Wanda Maximoff character, and now that she's like the full like Scarlet Witch, I'm very excited to see where they take that character, and just really overall thrilled for what comes next with the MCU, and interested to see what they do with Black Panther with Chadwick Boseman passing, and there's just so much to be excited about. Falcon and Winter Soldier coming soon. Don't know when, but soon. I would suspect maybe like May. Maybe May? Sometime in the summer, because they seem to be advertising it like they're doing. It feels like they're advertising it the way that they're advertising WandaVision. They didn't have like a set release date, but it was coming soon. So can't wait for that. Can't wait to see what we get to on how they write Sam and Bucky, see their relationship grow. Or see how their relationship is now that Steve isn't there and he's not exactly like gluing them together. See if like maybe they implode. Sam as Captain America, but just overall coming back to my original point, really happy with WandaVision, and I think that series did a lot of good for the characters of Vision and Wanda, and really hope we see them both back. Wanda, we know we'll see back, and I'm very, very sure we'll see Vision back here soon. But yeah, I think that's where I'm going to end it off at. So everybody that is tuning into my live stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv /ITS Brown Sugar. Check me out there. I stream from time to time, and also you want to be following me there. That way, if you do want to be part of these live streams of the UP, you'll get notifications when I go live. Also, hit me up on Twitter, Instagram. We can converse there. Thinking about starting my own Discord server. That way, we can all, if anybody wants to like interact with me like there, because I always say, like hit me up like on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever the case may be. But have like a set place so we can all like chat, and because I really do like to hear people's like thoughts and opinions on specific aspects. Like if any guys actually do, or if any girls, if anybody buys that Venus razor and uses it, I like to know what they would think, or how you feel about, like, if you hate WandaVision and you want to tell me about it and why, or what you think the ending means, stuff like that. But I really do enjoy conversing with people on anything that has to do with Marvel, basically, and anything that I talk about like in these episodes, because I do enjoy talking about them, and I love to hear people's opinions on them and see their point of view on things. But guys, like I said, I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until the next UP, I will see you guys when I see you. Take care.